last week I made mention of the scope of capacity, that in looking at capacity, we must understand that the person is a whole person. We are spirit, soul, body. So when we are looking at the scope of capacity, we should understand that our capacity building should capture the spiritual side of our lives. It should capture the emotional side of our lives. It should capture the mental side of our lives. It should capture the physical side of our lives. I'm just going to give 4. But then every department of our lives must actually experience capacity building. So for example, I will be an imbalanced leader if I only build capacity spiritually, and I neglect the mental aspect, the emotional aspect, the physical aspect, and all the other aspects that I've not included in this presentation. But understand that capacity building is holistic, so that when you are wholly built, it will necessarily influence your leadership. Now, we must understand also that capacity is important because it determines actually the limit of our leadership. Now, for many people, they have actually come to the limits of their leadership because of capacity. Where your capacity stops is where your influence stops. So the limits of your leadership or influence is actually defined by your capacity. Last week, I told you of a story I read about 2 fishermen, where one actually went to the pond or to the riverside to catch fish, and every big fish he caught, he threw it back into the water. And when the second fisherman saw him, he asked him that, I've been observing you for some time. How come every big fish you throw it back into the water, but every small fish you catch, you keep it? And then he said that I only have a 10-inch frying pan, meaning that the capacity of his pan will determine the fish he can catch. So capacity is extremely, extremely important. Now, it means that if I'm a leader and I don't increase my capacity, I am actually placing limits on my leadership, because I cannot function beyond my capacity when it comes to leadership. So for instance, I'm the leader of the organization, or I pastor a church. The limit I place on my capacity building is the limit I place on the growth of that venture, of that church, of that ministry, or of that corporation.